Man, what a couple series of shows it was. Definitely something to watch. Ladies and gentlemen, do not adjust your set. It's Hitman, guys. Welcome one and all to your official review for both NXT Battleground and Clash of the Castle. And of course, I'm not alone in this endeavor. Please welcome as always the homie Gary. Gary, welcome to the contracts.
Yo.
Hey, hey man, you know what I'm saying? Two pay-per-views, one show. You ready to do this?
What's good? What's good?
Alright. Let's get
Ready to do this shit like Brutus.
Alright, let's get to it. First off, first off, I'm gonna definitely give UFC Apex their flowers for converting their arena from a UFC spot to an NXT arena. Well, to a pro wrestling arena. They definitely got to give them their flowers for that.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
Now, moving on to the show. Of course, it started off with Sexy Red opening the show, and I'll admit, and I like the stage setup, because you know they really worked with what little they had.
Right.
And I always love that drone shot they had, where it goes from the outside, from the outside of the arena, inside the halls, and then into the arena.
Right.
Anyways, we have the NXT North American title, the women's NXT North American title ladder match. Fallon Henley versus Jada Parker versus Mi Chin, Sol Ruka, Kalani Jordan, and Lash Legend.
That's right.
Now, to start things off, they set up the ladder bridge early.
Oh yeah, they did.
Then, Sol Ruka and Kalani Jordan hit a double drop kick on a ladder to knock Fallon Henley down. And
That's crazy.
then Jada Parker and Mi Chin actually used the ladder to trap Lash Legend into the corner, and then while she was trapped, Mi Chin Irish whipped Jada into the ladder as a two birds with one stone kind of deal.
Oh yeah.
Then Jada dropped that ass on Kalani Jordan while she was on a ladder that was on the middle rope. Then
That's crazy too.
yeah. Then this next part I really like because it once again showed off Lash Legend's strength, where she had a sleeper hold on Mi Chin, but then Fallon Henley jumped on Lash's back and put her in a sleeper. But then Kalani Jordan jumped on Fallon's back and put her in a sleeper.
Exactly. Yep. That he did. That was crazy too, man.
Yeah, but it gets even better. Because while they were on her back, freaking Lash started to climb up the ladder.
That's correct.
This shit is dope. Man, she was doing her thing.
Yeah, she was.
Yeah. And then Lash Legend and Jada Parker, in my opinion, well, I wouldn't say it took a page, but they definitely gave me a flashback to Chris Jericho in ladder matches, because they took Kalani Jordan and stretched her back across the top of the ladder. This reminds me of whenever Chris Jericho's in a ladder match and he'll he'll lock in the walls of Jericho. Well, on someone on the ladder.
Oh yeah.
Anyways,
Yeah.
then there came the biggest moment of the match, where all the well yeah where all the ladies picked up Lash Legend and threw her out of the ring and onto the ladder bridge. It didn't break though, even though I really shouldn't have expected it to. But the spot still felt lackluster.
Oh yeah. I ain't gonna lie, I kinda did.
Then Soruka hits Jada Parker with the Soul Snatcher. Then Soruka yeah, with the help of a ladder hits Von Henley with the Soul Snatcher. But this is what I'm costing her because Kalani Jordan would eventually climb the ladder and take down the title. And Kalani Jordan is the inaugural Women's North American Champion.
Oh,
What were we saying?
so oh yeah, yep. And to me that match was good. But there's kinda some mess ups in that.
Well, I'm sorry, man. We're gonna have to agree to disagree. This match was bad.
I feel what you're saying.
And because here's my gripe. Yes. Was I expecting them to match what the guys did in the NXT North American ladder match in both matches? No. But damn, man, y'all could have at least tried. Like, if I'm being honest, I hadn't seen a safer ladder match, and I don't mean safe in a good way. I haven't seen a safer ladder match since the time on SmackDown they redid the Women's Money in the Bank match, and even that was better than this. Like for all the women involved in this match, and no offense to Lash, but are y'all fucking scared? Cause like I know I can't talk because I'm not a professional wrestler, but y'all all of y'all look like a bunch of punk ass cowards in that match, man. Not once did I see a single OMG moment, or and for anybody trying to stick up for them, trying to bring up the spot where they threw Lash onto the ladder, shut up. Out of anything to do in a ladder match, that should be one of the first things you should do. That should not be the biggest spot. That spot was fucking whack.
Oh man.
And then secondly, are all y'all women are y'all afraid to take risks, man? Are y'all afraid to put your body on the line to wow the crowd?
Right.
And
great.
And Kalani, you don't even try with that split leg of moonsault off the ladder because even though Michin was on the ladder, that shit was no different than you normally doing it. So that was no risk at all.
Right.
Like seriously, one of y'all, man, get some heart, man. Get some backbone, and freaking hop off the ladder for fuck's sake and do something, man. Like I could
Exactly.
like the one thing that really annoyed me in this was that y'all didn't even get the 20-foot ladder.
Exactly.
Like and the thing is, they always have one of those for every ladder match, but you guys didn't even use it. Y'all hardly acknowledge that ladder, man.
Yeah, nah,
And
I ain't gonna lie.
and
Man,
y'all didn't even have to get to the top of the ladder and do an aerial move, but at least get like halfway up the ladder and and do something like put somebody through an announce table or something, through put somebody through a ladder. Come on, man.
yeah, exactly.
And furthermore, no offense to Kalani Jordan, congrats on you for winning the match, but Lash Legend should have won this.
Right.
Out of
I ain't gonna hold you. Last I won, I would have not been upset.
Yeah, because out of all the women in this match, Lash has the most buzz right now.
Right.
Because no offense to Sol Ruka, yes, she had she had the highest score in the combine. Yes, great, wonderful. But other than that, she ain't popping like Lash Legend is. She ain't nobody talking about her like they're talking about Lash Legend. Come on now.
Right.
And I ain't taking nothing away from her. But I'm just saying, if we talking popularity, like Lash Legend is the most is the one with the most buzz. You know, she got she got it popping right now. People are talking about her more than anything else.
Exactly.
And
That's right.
I'm pretty sure that if anybody's talking about Kalani Moore, and it's only because she won the match. That's it.
Right. Right.
So, ladies, if y'all gonna do a ladder match like this again, do better. Seriously, do better, man. This fucking sucked, man. Do better. Y'all, and I expected better from y'all, man. And I mean, hell, this was worse than the women's Money in the Bank ladder match that Liv Morgan won.
Oh wow.
Anyways, moving on. Um, after the dust settled, they showed a clip of people arriving to the show. More importantly, Ethan Page, and as he arrived to the show, he was attacked by Oro Mensah. Can't say he didn't have it coming, because after that study pulled on both Oro Mensah and Noam Dar, you can only imagine that they would eventually come back wanting revenge.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
That's a fact.
So I can only imagine when both of them come back, they'll definitely be looking to break their foot off in Ethan's ass.
Right.
Moving on, we have the NXT Tag Titles on the line. Nathan Frazer and Axiom defending against the OC.
Oh yeah.
Now, first off, to lay the foundation, this was the OC's first pay-per-view in 2 years.
It has been. It was.
I mean, this is wild, man.
Yeah, I ain't gonna hold you. I agree. It was.
Yep. But hey, at least they're on pay-per-view now.
Exactly.
Anyways, to start things off, Nathan Frazer was really showing out, trying to stand out a lot.
Oh yeah.
What happened?
I tell you, he was gonna stand out a lot.
Yeah, but eventually later on, the OC actually hit the boot of doom onto Axiom. However, Nathan Frazer was able to break up the pin.
Right.
Then Nathan Frazer attempted a suicide dive onto Luke Gallows. However, Luke caught him and then hit him with a choke slam onto the apron.
Oh yeah, that was crazy.
Yeah. Then Carl Anderson hit action with a super TKO, off the top rope.
Right.
That was pretty sick. And then Fraser actually he went to the well again, and this time it paid off because he was able to hit the suicide dive onto Luke Gallows. This opened the door for Axiom to hit Carl Anderson with the Super Spanish Fly, and then Fraser gave him the exclamation point with a Phoenix Splash to retain the titles. I'll be honest. Even though I wanted the LC to win, I was not disappointed with the outcome. This match was really good.
Oh, word! It was.
And if anything, it soured it got the bad taste out of my mouth that the women's ladder match gave me.
Oh, gotcha. I knew you were gonna say that, sir.
Moving on, ladies and gentlemen, the time has come for NXT Underground.
Yes.
In a battle to find out who is the badass in NXT, the pure striker, Shayna Baszler versus Lola Vice. It definitely was. Now, before we further get into it, it's a little bit of a milestone for Shayna. This was her 11th NXT pay-per-view, second only to Io Sky.
Right.
Anyways, to start things off, they were actually boxing, yo. On some G shit, throwing hands, yo.
For real.
Then Shayna took Lola down and kept slamming her several times. That was a little something to to break the ice.
Right.
And then actually Lola locked in the cure for the clutch onto Shayna. But Shayna was able to stand up while it was locked in, and then she actually dove back, causing both of them to crash into the crowd.
All right, that was crazy.
Then Shayna attempted a knee strike while Lola was sitting in front of the steel steps. However, she missed and went knee first into the steps. This pretty much allowed Lola to work Shayna's knee for a duration of the match.
Right.
Then
crazy.
Yeah. Then while fighting, Lola did perform pretty smart move where she took Shayna's legs out, causing her to drop to her knees, and then she freaking rocked Shayna's jaw with a nasty looking hook.
Yeah, she did.
But just when you thought Shayna was out of it, she locks in the carry for the clutch. But unfortunately, she still had a target on her, which Lola exploited, in which she attacked Shayna's leg to help her escape.
Right. That match was crazy. That was my main favorite.
I feel you, man. Then Shayna was able to hit her with a knee strike, but she couldn't. But she wasn't able to follow up on it because of the other knee tweaking. Then what happened?
I said that is correct what you said.
Yeah.
Damn.
Then Shayna attempted a third knee strike, but Lola ducked this and actually hit a spinning back fist in return, and this actually knocked Shayna back, which caused her to crash into the crowd. And then for some reason, she began to attack the crowd. Yep, that shit threw me off a bit. Like, what the hell they do to you? If anything, you ought to be thanking them for breaking your fall.
Right.
Anyways, Lola then kicks Shayna, to which then Shayna in return pushes Lola into the announce table. But Lola was able to recover and throw Shayna actually head first into the steel steps.
That shit crazy.
Then she threw her into the ring, popped her upside the head, and she knocked Shayna out. Because after that shot, Shayna went down, and she actually tried to fight the ref. She was so out of it, thinking because she thought it was Lola.
Right.
But anyways, yeah, Lola knocks out Shayna and wins NXT Underground. See, now this is the way where Shayna can lose and it's believable. Unlike that bullshit when she lost to Liv Morgan when she shouldn't have. Because unlike Liv Morgan, freaking Lola Vice is actually at Shayna's level. You know, she isn't, unlike Liv Morgan, she isn't beneath Shayna's level, and they're trying to build her up to make her look like something she'll never be.
Exactly. That's correct.
Because like Shayna, Lola Vice is a fighter too. They both fought in the UFC. They both do MMA. So you know, it only made sense for her to win by a knockout.
Right, that's correct.
And then for Shayna Baszler fans feeling that she got buried or anything like that, or she was jobbing out, chill. Just chill. This is a Shayna fan. Calm down and chill. She's putting over younger talent. And don't get me wrong, she should be world champ by now. But you know, still, man, just chill.
Right. That's correct.
Now, following the match, the camera cut to backstage where the new women's North American champion Kalani Jordan is celebrating with Sexy Red and her entourage.
Right.
Then it's time for the next match. Obafemi defending the men's North American title against Wes Lee and Joe Coffey.
Oh yeah. That was crazy.
Oh yes, that's okay. To start things off, Joe and Wes actually double team Obafemi. However, this doesn't do much because Obafemi actually catches them with a double suplex. Then
exactly.
Then Femi throws Wesley into Joe Coffey.
Right, that's crazy.
And then this showed freaking Femi's strength where he had Wesley in a stalling suplex position, and then while doing so, Joe Coffey was punching him in the gut and whatnot. But Oba was just eating the shots, ignoring him. But unfortunately, he was stalling a bit too long, and it allowed Wesley to slip out of his grasp.
Oh yeah.
But in any case, eventually, Oba gets knocked into the corner, to which Wesley attempts to do a Hurricanrana. However, Femi counters it and throws Wesley mad high into the sky onto Joe Coffey. Good God, he he made Wesley type of God before hitting the ground.
Exactly.
But in any case, um, Joe Coffey then put Obafemi on his shoulders and then hit Wesley with a double foot stomp, and then dropped Obafemi with a Death Valley driver.
Oh yeah.
Then Wesley actually he almost cost himself the match because he actually knocked Joe in the Obafemi while he was down, and almost pinned him, and Joe almost pinned Femi without even knowing it.
That's right. I'll stick to you.
Then powerbombed Joe onto the apron. Then Wesley attempted a suicide dive. However, just like the NXT Tag Title match, his attempts was thwarted when Femi caught him and threw him into Joe.
Right. For real, that. Oh my God, that match.
Yeah. Then eventually Wesley was able to hit the cardiac kick onto Obafemi. However, Joe Coffey broke up the pin, and then, as fate would have it, Gallus pulled up to help out Joe. They took out Obafemi, which allowed Joe to hit the Glasgow send-off, but Joe couldn't get it done because Wes kicked out. Then, as I'd say, as a little throwback to when Keith Lee did it to Finn Balor, Obafemi got up and right behind Gallus and took them out. Then Wesley hit Joe Coffey with the cardiac kick. However, Gallus was able to get up and pull the ref out, and they started yelling at the ref. And then during that, Wesley took them both out with a dive, and then he got back in the ring and attempted a Meteora onto Obafemi, but Femi powerbombed the shit out of him.
Oh yeah.
And then Obafemi powerbombed pop-up powerbombed Joe Coffey to seal the deal, and Obafemi is still your NXT North American champion. Yo, 2 times he's been in a triple threat match, and 2 times he has come out the victor. How do you stop this man?
That is a fact, and also, I remember Booker said that Wesley's the greatest North American champion of all time. Honestly speaking, he's one of, I should say, but there's a few people that came before him that's held that he says who's the greatest North American champion of all time.
Yeah,
I like Wesley and all, but him being the greatest North American champion. Like, hold up, like there's a few people that came before him that's held it, so you gotta like debate about.
Yeah, freaking both Vic Joseph and Booker need to hop off Wes's dick because they're doing tricks on him, man. He is not the greatest North American champion of all time. So shut the fuck up on commentary about that. They keep they keep trying to drive that home, like when Michael Cole always tries to say that John Cena is the greatest of all time. That ain't it either. Like, y'all shut up with that, man.
Oh boy.
Anyway,
I get you.
moving on, we have the Forbidden Door being slammed open. Roxanne Perez defending the NXT Women's title against TNA Knockouts champion Jordynne Grace. Now,
Exactly.
to get things cracking, Roxanne actually slaps Grace in the face, but this was a big mistake as Grace began to pummel her. But
Right.
But eventually, Roxanne sort of was able to fight off the onslaught and started to work Jordan's arm, but it really didn't do much because no matter what she did, at this moment, Grace kept kicking out at 1.
Exactly.
Then Jordan took her to the top rope and hit her with a reverse TKO.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Then they sort of followed this up where Roxanne kept hitting Grace, but like every one hit she got on her, Grace was responding with a body slam.
Oh wow. Oh, she was.
Then Roxanne got a little separation, hitting Grace with a wheelbarrow facebuster. But then, after several failed attempts, Jordan Grace actually hit a muscle buster of anything, man. And honestly, I thought this move was never gonna see the light of day after that time Samoa Joe broke Tyson Kidd's neck and ended his career.
Oh wow, that's correct.
But glad to see that it's back, and honestly, it didn't look like Grace got all of it, but I think she got enough of it.
Right.
Anyways, on to the outside, where Roxanne Perez actually dives to the outside and connects with a suicide dive tornado DDT. Then back into the ring, she attempted pop rocks, however Jordan countered with a facebuster. And then a little bit of shenanigans to end things off, where Tatum Paxley pulls up and tries to jack the Knockouts title. But then before she can make a break for it, she gets stopped by Ash by Elegance, the former Dana Brooke.
Right.
But then Jordan sees this, is able to take the title away, and then pops them both upside the head with the title.
Right.
Then she gets back in the ring, catches Roxanne with the Dream Valley Driver, and then she attempts the Juggernaut Driver, but in the middle of performing the move, Roxanne actually counters with a cutter.
Oh yeah.
And then following that, she finally hits the pop rocks for the win. And Roxanne Perez is still your NXT Women's Champion. And I have to say, that pop rocks had to be her best one ever.
Probably.
I wouldn't say it was perfectly executed, but it had to be the best looking one she has done to date.
Right.
Like Roxanne should definitely should look back at this match and look at how she performed that pop rocks and just study that and keep trying to do it like that.
Couldn't agree more.
Then cut to backstage, and Sexy Red is being interviewed, to which then Lola Vice pulls up, and I think they heard what Booker T said on his podcast, because once Lola pulled up, both Sexy Red and Lola Vice started twerking, and then Sexy Red actually tried to get the interviewer to twerk with them, but she wasn't with it. But
wow.
But I'll tell you what, would have been nice to see if she actually did, say fuck it and actually tried to. But even still, that moment was wild.
Right, that's a fact.
Anyways, Now the time has come for the main event. Trick Williams defending the NXT title against Ethan Page. Now, this was pretty interesting,
Right.
The build up. Because of course, we had Oro Mensah and Noam Dar taken out by unknown assailant. They were pointing the finger at Trick Williams. He was pleading his innocence. And then only to reveal that it was Ethan Page the whole time.
Oh yeah.
And then, as far as even getting this match, what happened was that Ethan Page was quote unquote not under contract, and the only way he'd sign the contract was there was a condition in the contract that Ava didn't want to agree to, but because Trick had a score to settle, he told her give him what he wants, and what he wanted was the NXT title.
Ricochet said that. I mean, not Rick. No, I'm wilding. I mean, what's his name? Who was fighting?
Ethan Page.
Yeah, he said that. Yeah, he did say that. That's right. I'm wilding, but yeah, that match. Oh,
yeah. Anyways, on to the match. Page gets things cracking, but throwing Trick into the steel steps. Then he actually hits like a cross arm flip kind of like move to Trick, but Trick was eventually able to rally back, and he actually leaped off the steel steps and hit a dive outside onto Ethan Page. Then, to which then later he decides to give a little shout out to Booker T and hits the bookend.
Right.
But later on, Page hits a power slam through the announce table. But it's not enough to get the job done, to which then he begins to argue with the ref. But while he's arguing with the ref, he says, this would cost him because he took his eye off the ball. And like a wise man once said, you should never take your eyes off your opponent.
Exactly.
This wound up costing him because while he's arguing with the ref, Trick is able to recover, hit the Trick shot, and Trick Willie is still your NXT champion.
Hell yeah, my boy whooped that Trick. Hell yes.
Absolutely. Now let this be a lesson to you, Paige. If you're ever in a match, never ever, never take your eyes off your opponent, even for a second. Else something like this is gonna keep happening. It's just how it is, man.
Right.
And now overall, this pay-per-view was pretty good. Sure, the opening match sucked the chrome off of a '57 Chevy bumper, but the rest of the pay-per-view picked up the slack.
Yeah, it has. It's NXT always delivers. Oh hell yeah.
And I will admit, I may not like I may not be the biggest fan of Sexy Red, but she definitely knows how to get a party started.
That's a fact.
And honestly, her hosting Battleground was actually pretty dope.
Right. Exactly.
And also to the woman that was interviewing Sexy Red, why don't you live a little, man? Next time, Next time, Sexy Red and Lola, or even another chick throw it back like that, throw it back with them. Ain't nobody gonna care. Go ahead and throw it back for us.
Exactly.
But switching from one pay-per-view to the other, it's now time to talk about Clash at the Castle. And
oh yeah,
where we're back in Glasgow, Scotland.
Right.
Now then, of course, this crowd is lit as usual. Freaking, I thought it was pretty dope that that the crowd was singing Cody's theme even after it faded out.
Right.
Like even though the song faded out, they still at least finished the line of the chorus.
Yeah, he did.
Then before the match started, the ref was actually given the mic by Samantha Irvin, to which he explained the rules to both of them.
Right.
Then on to the match. You know, they actually before we get down to that, Cody's mom was in the crowd, and I'll have something to say about that after the match ends. But anyways, they fall into the audience. Then they even took it to the locker room for a little bit. Then,
oh yeah,
to which while they were there, AJ actually choked Cody out with the headset.
He did.
Then back into the ring, Cody locks in the figure 4.
Correct.
Then AJ suplexes Cody to the. Actually, this part actually looked a little scary, where AJ suplexed Cody to the outside, and they both tumbled out the ring.
Oh yeah, that was crazy.
But in any case, AJ hits a brainbuster onto the announce table. Then he proceeds to go to Cody's mom and talk shit to her, to which she wasn't backing down. Then actually, I think because of the brainbuster, Cody gets busted open.
That's right.
And the crowd was against AJ to the point where they were chanting "Fuck you, AJ."
Right.
To which AJ in return flipped them off.
Oh yeah, that is correct. That was crazy.
Yeah. Then he attempted the Styles Clash, however, onto the outside. However, Cody countered with a back body drop. Then back into the ring. Cody hits the disaster kick. Then he attempted crossroads. However, AJ countered with a Pele kick, followed by a DDT.
Oh yeah.
Then AJ actually puts Cody's head in a steel chair and then hits a knee drop on it.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Then AJ took a Singapore cane and started going to town on Cody. Then this part was a big flashback to WrestleMania and a little before then, where he actually yanks the ref's belt off and starts whooping Cody.
All right.
And then he kept trying to choke Cody with the belt. However, the belt kept slipping off Cody's face. To which this in turn caused the crowd to chant "You fucked up."
Exactly. crazy. I don't know what the hell he was expecting.
And my guess was he wasn't trying to put it around Cody's neck, but But again, it kept slipping off his face. So what you want? What can you do?
Yeah. Exactly.
Well, but in any case, he actually locks in the He locks in the STF using the belt, and this makes Cody pass out. But then Styles is trying to get the ref to end the match or anything, but he can't because Cody's got to say I quit, and he can't really say it if he's unconscious. But then then AJ pulls out a tiny black bag, and normally when it comes to a bag like that, we would expect thumbtacks to be in it, but instead it was a pair of handcuffs. Of course, Of course, it wasn't your average pair of handcuffs because the chain for the cuffs was longer than usual.
Correct.
But in any case, he did handcuff Cody, which then he lit Cody up with Singapore cane shots again, and this time Cody was defenseless because he was cuffed up. Then this is where Cody messes up a little, because he then gets back in Cody's mom's face and yells at her, to which then she slaps the shit out of him 3 times.
That's a fact.
And similar to Ethan Page with Trick Williams, he took his eye off the ball, and it cost him because Cody somehow was able to turn the cuffs around. So now his hands were no longer behind his back.
Oh yeah, that's a big fact.
So, and this came into play because AJ was going for the phenomenal forearm, to which then Cody threw a chair at him, which caused AJ to lose his footing and fall through a table that was set up behind him on the outside.
Right, that was crazy.
Then, while AJ was trying to recover, Cody was able to find the key and uncuff himself.
Right.
Then he was able to hit 2 crossroads, and then hit a 3rd crossroads onto a steel chair. Then he returns the favor to AJ by cuffing him up to the ropes. Then he starts tearing him apart with chair shots. Ref, then he tries to ask him if he quits, which he tells. I think he told him either screw you or go to hell.
Oh yeah, he did.
But then the match ends when Cody gets the steel steps and is about to hit Cody with it. Hit AJ with it, but then AJ quits before he could do it.
That's right.
And then
that was great.
But even after AJ quits, Cody still uses it and actually busts AJ open.
Oh yeah, then that's crazy too, bro.
Now I'll say this match was good, but I'm very, very disappointed in the ending. AJ should have won this match, because again, just like with Mark Henry, the whole retirement speech was for nothing.
Oh yeah, that's a fact.
And I said I was gonna come back to Cody's mom being in the crowd. They had such a missed opportunity for AJ to win a certain way. Here's how I feel he should have won. Where they bring Cody's mom into play, where while Cody is in the ring or something, or far away from his mother, or better yet, or do what they did with AJ and have him handcuffed to the rope. Have AJ threaten to hurt Cody's mom, or bring out the OC and have them threaten to hurt Cody's mom, and then force AJ to get on his knees and say I quit. And then if he didn't, then they'd pummel his mom.
Oh shit.
But you know, but still very, very disappointing ending. But you know, but you know, things have now changed, because while Cody was celebrating, Solo Sikoa, of all people, pulled up behind Cody, then began to attack him. Then out came Tama Tonga and Tonga Loa, but their attempts to jump Cody was thwarted when Kevin Owens and Randy Orton pulled up. And I think we have our next opponent for Cody.
Oh yeah.
Looks like Solo.
They said rumor had it.
What?
Sorry to cut you.
Go ahead.
They said rumor had it they were gonna be fighting SummerSlam.
Hey, who knows? Maybe they'll do it there. Maybe they'll do it at Money in the Bank. Who knows?
Right.
But all I know is that Cody is beefing with the Bloodline once again.
That's right.
Anyways, moving on. We have the women's triple threat tag team match. Jade Cargill and Bianca Belair defending against Zoe Stark and Shayna Baszler, and Alba Fire and Isla Dawn.
All right.
Now to start things off, Fire and Zoe attempt to actually hold up before I get to this. Let's give it to Shayna for competing in two pay-per-views in one week.
Oh word.
But in any case, like I said, Alba Fire and Zoe Stark tried to double team Jade Cargill, but she greatly overpowered both of them.
Right.
Then Jade hits a Samoan drop and a fallaway slam simultaneously to Alba Fire and Zoe Stark. That shit was dope. But
oh yeah, it was.
But to quote a certain shove it YouTuber, the Samoan drop should only be used by Samoans and fat guys, and Jade's neither one of those.
Oh, I gotcha.
Anyways, then Jade and Bianca start to flex their overwhelming strength, taking out Isla Dawn and Alba Fire. Then they further showed it off, hitting Shayna Baszler and Zoe Stark with stalling suplexes.
Oh yeah.
To which then Shayna thinks on her feet and gathers Isla Dawn and Alba Fire. To which then she smartly coaches them for all four of them to gang up on Jade Cargill and Bianca Belair.
Oh yeah.
To which
right.
Alba, and then eventually Alba Fire, breaks off the alliance and uses Bianca Belair as a sort of stepladder to hit Shayna with a tornado DDT. Then she hits this crazy top rope dive onto both Bianca and Shayna. And then,
Oh,
what self-respecting multi-person match would there be without a Tower of Doom spot? In which
exactly.
this featured Isla Dawn, Shayna Baszler, and Alba Fire. And during that, Isla tweaked her wrist a little, but I'm pretty sure she was just selling.
Oh yeah, I think so.
Then there was a bit of bad. There was a little bad spot that people won't shut the fuck up about, where Bianca eventually tags in Jade, where she attempts to springboard off of the ropes, but unfortunately she slips. But she was able to recover. And honestly, everybody needs to hush. This has nothing to do with her skill set or in-ring prowess. For me, I say the ropes were either slippery or too loose. Because she normally can springboard off the ropes with no problem.
Correct.
So I'm putting that on the ropes, then putting it on Jade.
Oh, word.
But later on in the match, there was something pretty interesting that happened, where Jade Cargo was locked in the cure for the clutch, and she actually tapped. But the ref was actually behind them, so she didn't see.
Oh, word.
But in any case,
That was crazy.
But in any case, Bianca Belair hits a 450 splash onto Shayna to break up the Kirifuda clutch. Then they hit a DDT German suplex combo to Shayna Baszler, but then Alba Fire throws them out of the ring, to which then Isla Dawn then picks up the scraps and pins Shayna Baszler. And Alba Fire and Isla Dawn are your new women's tag team champions. And I have to say, they do deserve it, but it did suck that Jade and Bianca lost. However, I do like the way they lost, where they were not pinned.
Oh, yeah, for real. That was, yo.
So, yeah. So this didn't take anything away from them. So, if anything, they just got unlucky.
Oh, word. That's a fact. They did.
And I really enjoyed this match. For the NXT women, take notes from them. This is how you do a multi-woman match.
Oh yeah, that is correct.
Moving on, we have Chad Gable challenging Sami Zayn for the Intercontinental title. Now, a bit of an interesting thing that happened during Sami Zayn's entrance, where, similar to SmackDown, this meter appeared, which measured the sound decibels that the crowd was causing.
Oh yeah.
And it was showed off during Sami Zayn's entrance.
Oh yeah, that's a fact.
And then, similar to Cody, after Sami's song faded out, the crowd was singing it.
Oh yeah, facts.
Then, as Chad Gable came out, Sami tried to talk some sense into Otis once again, but Otis, was fighting with his conscience and everything, so it is what it is. To which,
Right.
and also to which during the match, the crowd
kept chanting Otis very, very loudly. But
Yeah, we did.
but Chad was doing what he could to keep Otis focused.
Right.
To which then
That was it.
there was a bit of almost messed up spot where Sammy hit a springboard moonsault onto Chad, but the thing is he almost missed. Actually, if anything, he did miss. The only reason he was able to hit Chad was because he opened his arms out. Was because he spread his arms, and that's what hit Chad, not the moonsault.
Right, and also, I was gonna say we almost gonna see Otis snap.
Yeah. Well, we're gonna cross that bridge in a sec. Chad ran the ropes, but Sammy catches him with a nice looking Michinoku driver. Then Chad hits a power bomb, then immediately follows it up, running back to the top rope, hits a diving headbutt. Then this moment was though where he hit a couple German suplexes on the Sami Zayn. Then Sammy hit a standing switch, countered, and hit some German suplexes of his own. Then, after a series of standing switches, which was pretty dope, Sammy then catches Chad with a half Nelson suplex. Then he locks in a crossface, but Sammy was able to counter and lock him in a crossface. Which then Chad then locks in the ankle lock, but Sammy was able to counter into a pinning predicament, but there was a kick out. And then then Chad sort of forces the Alpha Academy to get involved, where he distracts the ref, and then he tries to get Maxine to interfere in the match. But she can't bring herself to do it. Once again Chad is pissed off, gets up in Maxine's face, and berates her. To which then this almost left them open to get hit with the haluva kick. But Chad moves out the way. Actually, Sammy almost hits Maxine. But thankfully for Maxine's sake, Sammy was able to hit the brakes.
That's a fact.
But this in turn allowed Chad Gable to hit the Chaos Theory, but it still wasn't good enough to get the job done. Then
that was crazy.
And Sammy hits a somersault plancha into Chad Gable and Otis, but then Chad was able to fight it off and hits a moonsault on the Sammy and Otis. Otis, catching stray bullets for no reason.
Right.
Then Sammy attempted a haluva kick. However, his leg gave out. And then Sammy and Chad were fighting for a bit outside the ring, to which then Sammy then accidentally knocks Chad into Maxine, and to which Chad clipped her leg.
Right.
But Chad doesn't care, and instead he distracts the ref once again, and hoping that Otis attacks Sammy, but he doesn't, and instead he picks up Maxine and carries her out. To which then Chad is yelling at Otis for him to come back and everything. But while he does that,
he leaves himself wide open, to which this time he does get hit with the haluva kick, and Sami Zayn is still Intercontinental Champion. Now, as great as this outcome was, I can only imagine. Actually, I can only shudder to think that tonight on Raw, both Maxine and Otis are gonna have some hell to pay.
Oh yeah.
Because knowing Chad, he's gonna be super pissed. But who knows? Maybe we're finally gonna get the payoff where Otis finally turns on Chad. Who knows?
Right.
And actually, before we get down to the next match, I couldn't help but notice that Akira Tozawa wasn't there.
Oh yeah.
Who knows? Maybe he told Tozawa to stay back.
Right. Probably.
Anyways, moving on. We have Piper Niven challenging Bayley for the Women's Championship. Bit of interesting thing with Piper Niven is that she had a band on her leg that said Adrian on it. Do you know anything about that?
That said age man?
No, it said Adrian.
Adrian. I didn't know. I don't know nothing about that.
Well, anybody, in the comment section, feel free to help your boys out. Because
Yeah, please do.
Because it was in her boot, and then she purposely took it out of her boot and brought it up to her knee. So it obviously meant something.
Right.
Anyways, of course, with Bayley, before the match started, they were singing that "Will You Be My Girl" song.
Oh yeah, it was.
Well, anyways, and then also when it came to Piper Niven coming out to the ring, Chelsea Green came out wearing some Scottish gear. Apparently, she was meant to look like someone, but I had no idea.
Right.
But it doesn't take long for her to get the boot in the match, because for some reason she thought it was a good idea to get up in the ref's face and throw a fit at him, poking her finger in his chest and everything, putting her hands on him, like as if the ref wasn't gonna do shit. Come on now.
Exactly. Hell no.
So then to the surprise of no one, it was bye time for her. Then,
Right.
while Bayley is on the outside, Piper catches her with a cannonball. Then she hits a dope looking suplex from the outside into the ring.
Oh, word.
Then she did attempt a second, she hit a second suplex. Well, tried to, but Bayley countered it into a DDT. Then, while throwing Piper outside, she hit her with a suicide dive. However, it didn't do much.
Oh, word. That's a fact.
But then, as Piper tried to get back into the ring, Bayley stopped her at the pass and had her draped over the rope. To which then she hit her with a neck breaker, then with an elbow drop. While there, then Piper was able to get back up eventually, and then hit her with a Uranagi, followed up by a Senton. And then they begin to fight on the top rope, to which then Bailey hits a Super Bailey to belly.
Right.
But doesn't get the job done. And then you could, depending on how you feel with Chelsea Green, will determine how you feel about this, where Chelsea Green comes back to interfere in the match. However, this time she's wearing Rey Mysterio's mask.
Word.
And I'll tell you what, I'll give a shout out to Wade Barrett for acting like he didn't know who that was under the mask.
Oh yeah, that was, I don't know.
I'll give it to him for playing along. But anyways, this distraction does help Piper out a little bit because it allows her to recover a little and be able to kick out. To which then, Bailey attempted the Rose Plant. However, Piper countered it into the Piper Driver. But there was a kick out. Then, while on the outside, Bailey runs around, and then once she turns the corner, she gets caught by Piper, and Piper hits the Boss Man Slam, Black Hole Slam, whatever you want to call it. Well, whatever you want to call it, Piper hit it. But
right, correct.
But in any case, after that, Piper picks up Bailey, and it looks like she's going for something like white noise or something. But Bailey was able to counter it into a pinning predicament, and Bailey is still your women's champion. Now I can't lie. I wasn't expecting Piper to win this match, but as the match progressed, she was looking better and better, and I was starting to believe in her getting the job done. But unfortunately, she didn't. So but it is what it is. It's all right. Piper, I say, will be back hopefully, and maybe next time around she'll get it done.
All right.
Moving on, it's time. What happened?
So yeah, we'll see what's up.
Anyways, the time has come for the main event: Drew McIntyre versus Damian Priest for the world title. As expected, the crowd is firmly behind Drew McIntyre. Just to lay the foundation for that, this bagpipe band actually pulled up and was playing Scotland the Brave. I'm assuming maybe their national anthem or like the most famous song from them. Then of course out came Drew McIntyre. Now I felt this was a missed opportunity because what they should have done was that they shouldn't have had Drew's music playing. Instead, what they should have done was that they should have had the bagpipe band actually play Drew's theme.
Exactly.
But it is what it is. But I did notice that they actually were still playing while Drew's entrance was still going, which is why I'm still thinking that, because I don't see what was the point of them still playing, considering the fact that Drew's theme was pretty much drowning out the bagpipes.
Right.
Anyways.
Correct.
Anyways, to start things off, Drew hits a somersault tope, if that makes any sense. Where he hits the ropes and then jump and then leap and then clears the top rope while flipping onto the opponent.
Oh yeah, that's That's a fact, yo. This match, oh my god.
And then
one of the predictions that I predicted actually happened. We're gonna get to that.
Yep. Then Drew hit a spine buster. A great looking one of that. Honestly, it looked like a double A spine buster. Then he hit Michinoku. Then he hit the Michinoku driver. Then a bit of scary moment happened where Damian Priest attempted to do his rope flip trick where he steps on the bottom rope and then uses that to springboard himself to flip over the top rope and hit the opponent. But again, this in my opinion proves that there was a problem with the ropes and not the wrestler, because Damian Priest slipped and his leg got caught on the ropes. So once again, this proves that wasn't Jade's fault. It was the ropes' fault. And if anything, I think the ropes were too loose. You know?
Right.
But in this case, this was actually worse for Damian Priest, because with the way his leg got caught, his leg could have easily broke. So he got lucky.
Oh yeah, that's a fact.
Yeah, but much later on into the match, Drew hits the Future Shock DDT, but Priest is still fighting, but his leg is slowly starting to give out. But he still is fighting on, and he actually hits Drew with the Razor's Edge while on a bad wheel. Well, actually, if anything, he did it on one leg. Then they start to slowly exchange punches, to which then it turns into a hockey fight because they start throwing rapid punches while they're on their feet. Then, to which then Damian Priest he tries to throw everything at Drew, but Drew just doesn't want to go down. Then he hits Priest with a neck breaker. Then he does a kip up. Then while they're fighting on the outside, Drew hits a claymore through the barricade. Then while back in the ring, Drew attempts to hit a second claymore, but Damian Priest hits the South of Heaven, but there's a kick out. Then Damian Priest, my God, this guy's athleticism. A nigga both their heights shouldn't be doing the shit they do. But in any case, Damian Priest hits a Hurricanrana from the top rope. However, Drew was able to brush this off and hit the Claymore, but again, another kick out. Then, after a little bit of tussling, the ref actually goes out of the ring to avoid getting hit. But then he's on the apron about to get back in the ring, but then he gets knocked out and knocked off the apron, and now he's down. And Drew hits the Claymore, but there's no ref to count the pin. To which then a ref comes down. Well, what appeared to be a ref came down to count the pin. 1, 2, but then they stop. Only to reveal the obvious, because the camera wasn't showing the ref's face. The ref was CM Punk.
Oh, word.
To which then Drew sees he's pissed off. He gets in Punk's face. To which then Punk low blows him, takes him to Dick Kick City. And,
I know what you mean, yes, yo.
Then this in turn allows Damian Priest to hit the South of Heaven to retain, and Damian Priest is still World Heavyweight Champion. And my God, the crowd was pissed.
Yeah, they were.
And not only the crowd was pissed, yo, Wade Barrett was pissed too.
Oh yeah.
I remember while the show was going off the air, and apparently during the interviews and shit, freaking Wade Barrett said CM Punk should be fired for the stunt he pulled. But
Oh yeah.
But, you know, I will say this about this match. Yes, we both did predict that CM Punk was going to interfere. But as the match progressed and got more and more dramatic and got as good as it did, you know, I was hoping and praying that Punk wouldn't come just because, you know, because of what happened, because of Punk showing up, it ruined the match in my opinion, you know.
Oh yeah, it did.
But you know, in any case, you know, he came, soured the match, and you know that happened. But even still, you know, I really wish he didn't do it.
Oh yeah, I got what you're saying.
Then in turn, my God, yo, the crowd was so pissed. And hell, even fans online were pissed off, yo.
That's a fact.
To which, of course, I can't blame them. But yeah.
Yeah, crazy.
Now, this pay-per-view was great. Absolutely great. I can't lie. By the time this was over, my blood was pumping, man.
That's crazy.
I could not. It took me a while to calm down, yo. It shit was wild.
That was crazy.
But, you know, as much as I'd like to end the show on a good note, unfortunately, I can't do that. Because unfortunately, you fucking crayon-eaters still don't get it. You guys still don't know how to fucking respect the superstar's personal fucking space.
Right.
Because Bianca Belair put up something on IG, and I'm literally and I literally have it screenshot, so I'm gonna read it out. And in her words, love you all, but please do not follow me out of the airport. Do not follow me into the parking garage and follow me all the way to my car, or approach me in the parking garage at my car at my hotel. It's scary. Like, what's it gonna take for y'all fucking crown eaters to get it, man? Stop stalking them, man. Respect their fucking personal space, dude. They're human beings just like y'all. I thought y'all got enough of this when Michin tried to tell y'all nicely to knock this shit off. It's fans like y'all that ruin this shit for everybody.
Exactly.
Stop me if you heard this one before, but this is why we can't have nice things. It's shit like this is why we can't have nice things. It's shit like this is why Rhea Ripley refuses to sign autographs after a show or outside of an event. It's shit like this is why Liv Morgan won't do that. Like there are loyal fans, respectable fans that have enough common sense to respect their personal space, leave them alone, and let them do them. But it's always motherfuckers like you that ruin it for fans like them and us. And because of that, we can't. It becomes that much harder for us to get a picture with them or an autograph with them. And I wish y'all fuckers would just do better. And honestly, the thing that fucking kills me the most is that a majority of y'all fucking crown eaters that fucking do this fucking bullshit aren't even fucking fans. Y'all just a bunch of bitch ass lazy fucks trying to make a quick buck. And to quote CM Punk during his pipe bomb, y'all the type of motherfuckers that'll stalk them to just so you can get an autograph, and you try to shove something in their face and which more than likely their face isn't even on, and then you try and sell it on eBay or whatever because your motherfucking ass is too lazy to get your ass up in the morning and get a real fucking job.
Exactly.
And y'all fucking and y'all motherfuckers piss me off. I don't know if I talked about this during the contracts for WrestleMania, but y'all pulled this fucking bullshit with poor Bull Nakano. That shit was not cool at all. I give it to Bull Nakano for having enough pitch to deal with you motherfuckers. But in my opinion, she shouldn't have dealt with any of y'all. Cause the second she got off the plane, y'all fucking bombarded her, man. Like yo, you couldn't even let the poor woman settle in as she got off the fucking plane before you fucking swarmed her for autographs, man. And then I saw this one nigga that made me want to slap all those posters out of his hand and fucking punch him in the face. He had a fucking giant ass stack of stuff for her to sign, and I guarantee he didn't keep a single one of those and sold every last one of them, man. It's niggas like him that make me just want to swing on a nigga for no reason. Like, I'm so sick of y'all fucking crown eaters doing this fucking bullshit, man. Fuck y'all.
Exactly, it's crazy shit.
But before I go any further off the rails, let's go ahead and end it here. I do want to thank y'all for coming through, chilling with your boys. I want to thank the homie man as always for coming through and kicking his wrestling knowledge.
Yes, you already know a man calls Peyton. You already know.
Yeah.
You already know. We'll be right back. We'll be right back here at y'all in like about 2 weeks for the predictions for WWE Money in the Bank and WWE NXT Heat Wave.
Yeah. So until that moment, if y'all enjoyed this video, go ahead and hit the like button. Comment if you feel like it. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe and hit the notification bell so you never miss a new video. And as always, by way of Struggle Vision Productions, it's the Hitman and the Humble Man. And if you see us coming, run.